So hello students, previously we discussed about what is unit and dimension. Okay, so in this class we will discuss about the application and what are the uses of dimensional analysis. Okay, so what are the applications? One is I further told you that dimension are always same for a physical quantity. The change is system of unit. What? CGS, MKS, or what? Say CGS, MKS or SI. But the dimension should be same for mass or for any for mass, for length, for time. Whether it will be a SI unit, whether it will be MKS unit, whether it will be CGS unit. Okay. So we'll discuss about the three applications of dimensional analysis. So what is the first application? Convert one system of unit to another system of unit. It means if in questions there will be give you a SI unit, then you can convert that into MKS unit by using this dimensional analysis property. Okay. Next, second is to derive relation between various physical quantities. Okay. And third is check the dimensional correctness. How can we check? We have various physical relations, like we know the straight line formulas. V square minus u square is equals to 2s, v is equals to u plus at, or s is equals to ut plus half at square. We can use this dimensional formula to check that their dimension should be same or not. Okay. Next go to the next slide. Okay. Then convert a work of 5 joule into earth. This is the second property. This is the second. This is the second applications that the question you gave. The question is convert the work of 5 joule into earth. It means one system is given to you, that is joule. You have to convert that joule. Into earth. How can you convert? Using dimensional analysis. Okay. Here joule is MKS system. In MKS system, the unit is joule, and arc is the CGS system. But the dimension of the energy should be remain same whether it is in joule or in earth. So first we should find out what is M1, what is L1, and what is T1. It means mass, length, and time for system 1. Okay. So what is mass? First mass is 1 kg. In MKS system, the unit of mass is 1 kg. Okay. So let's write M1 is equals to 1 kg, L1 is equals to 1 meter, and T1 is equals to 1 second. And the digit or the quantity given by the question is 5. N1 is equals to 5, which is a constant quantity. Okay. As we know the dimension of what is what? M1, L2, T minus 2. Here the power is said to be A, B or C. That is A is equals to 1, B is equals to minus, B is equals to 2, and C is equals to minus 2. Wait a minute. Okay. Now CGS system. In CGS system we can take here MKS system we can take M1, L1 and T1. And CGS system will be take M2, L2 and T2. And we have to find N2. It means how it is vary from joule to earth. Okay. So M2 is equals to 1 gram. You should write their unit as in the system. Okay. M2 is equals to 1 gram. L2 is equals to 1 centimeter. And T2 is equals to 1 second. Then next, the formula I use here is N2 is equals to N1 into M1 by M2 whole to the power A into L1 by L2 whole to the power B into T1 by T2 whole to the power C. Using this formula, you can convert from one system to another system. Okay, this is the important formula. Okay, now what is A, B, C? We can write before this. Okay, A, B, C and M1, M2, M1, L2, T1, M2, L2, T2 and here M1, L1, T1. N1 is given and we have to find what is N2 value. Okay. So, here N2 is equals to N1 into M1 by M2 whole to the power A into L1 by L2 whole to the power B into T1 by T2 whole to the power C. Now only put the value of M1, M2, A, B, C, anything else. Okay. So N1 value is equals to 5, M1 is 1 kg, M2 is 1 gram. Remember to write the unit of that quantity. Okay. Why? Because the unit is different in different system. Okay. Here it is kg. Okay. So M1 is in MKS system. So we can write 1 kg. Okay. M2 is 1 gram. A is 1. Then L1 is 1 meter. L2 is 1 centimeter. And B is 2. Then T1 and T2 is 1 second and their power is up to -2. Okay. Then you have to convert this 2 into 1 unit. Okay. Otherwise you can't cancel it out or multiply or divide it because there is no same unit. Okay. You have to first convert their unit into 1. Okay. So I can convert this into gram. As we know 1 kg is equals to 1000 gram. Okay. 5 into 1000, 5 into this is the value of N1. Okay. This is the value of N1 and 1 kg is converted into gram, that is 1000 gram. Here also centimeter is there, so meter is converted into centimeter, 100 centimeter and second both are same. Okay. Then next now their unit will be same, so we can solve it easily. Okay. Gram cancel out. Okay. And here centimeter and here second and second. Okay. Now how much rest part of it? 10 to the power 3. Here 10 to the power 2 and here 1. And their power will be also multiply into this. Okay. Here 10 to the power 3 into 1, 10 to the power 3. Here 10 to the power 2 into 2. So the value will be 10 to the power 4. Okay. Here second cancel and 1 to the power anything the value, it remains 1. Okay. Then the value is 5 into 10 to the power 7 earth. So we have to convert 5 joule into test earth. So here the value is 10 to the power 7 earth. So from this we got to know that 1 joule is equals to 10 to the power 7 earth. In this way you can convert one system into another system by using dimensional analysis. This is one of its application. Okay. Now next move towards next application, that dimensional correctness. We have many relations like v square minus u square is equals to 2s, b is equals to u plus at and any other relations. Okay. We can check that is there any dimensional wrong or right. We can check it by also by this method dimensional analysis, that this relation is right or wrong. Okay. So the relation I take here is v square minus u square is equals to 2s. You can take both. V is equals to u plus at or s is equals to ut plus half at square. Okay. You can take both of anyone from that. Okay. So how can we check this relation is dimensional correct or not? First we have to take dimensional formula of this, then u square, then 2s. Then we have to check that the dimension of the three quantity will be same or not. So as we know, V is denoted to what? Velocity, final velocity, and U is denoted to initial velocity. Okay, here 2 into A into S. A is denoted to acceleration and S is denoted to displacement or displacement. Okay. Now the dimensional formula of U square. Dimensional formula of U square means it is a velocity, whether it is initial or final, but it is a velocity or not. Then we can write it, velocity's dimensional formula is what? m0 L1 t minus 2. Sorry, t minus 1. Okay. Then as there is a power of 2, then we can put that power 2. Okay. Now simplify that power, multiply that into power of L and t, because m is 0. Okay. Then what is the final formula? m0 L2 t minus 2. Okay. This is the dimensional formula of what? V square or U square. Okay. Next come to V square. This is also what? Final velocity. It means it is also velocity, na? So velocity, it means it has also same dimensional formula. Okay. I write it directly. Okay. Now come to this part. Okay. 2as. Dimensional formula of 2as. A acceleration. What is the dimensional formula of acceleration? m0 L1 t minus 2. And what is the dimensional formula of s? Displacement. It means it is a length quantity, L1. Okay. Here. Now we can solve this and write m1. Oh no. Wait a minute. Okay. So we can solve it and our answer is this. Now the addition of these two or subtraction of these two only possible when the dimensional formula of V square is same with dimensional formula of U square. It means their dimension, if their dimension will be same, then also it will be add or subtract. Okay. So if after the subtraction addition, the dimensional formula is same. So left side of the dimensional formula is equals to right side of the dimensional formula. And we know, and from this we got to know that the dimensional formula of this equation is fully correct. Okay. Now move to the next part. Okay. This is the second application. Okay. Expression of what is the second application? This, to derive a relation between various physical quantity, that we don't know how it is vary from one physical quantity to another. That force, we know the force, but there is different force. One is centrifugal, one is centripetal, and another force, gravitational force. But how it will be related, okay, to another quantity, you can also find out from this dimensional analysis. Okay. So there is a question: expression of centripetal force depends on mass m, velocity v, and radius r. This is radius. Okay. That we know that centripetal force is depend on what? Mass, velocity, and radius. But how it depends, we don't know. Okay. How can we know? That using this dimensional analysis, we got to know that how it is vary from mass, velocity, and radius. Okay. So as it is say that force is directly proportional to mass to the power a, velocity to the power v, and r to the power c. Just write the quantity. Just write the quantity on which the force depending on, and put the power of a, b, c unknown. We don't know how it is vary. Okay, we don't know how it is vary from mass, velocity, and radius. Okay. Now F is equals to k constant, as it is directly proportional, so to reduce that proportionality constant, f is equals to k m to the power a, v to the power b, r to the power c. Okay. Okay, so if there is gravitational force, centripetal force or centrifugal force or any other force, but the dimension of the force is only one. What is the dimension of force? m1 l1 t minus 2. This is or not? Okay, force, the dimension of force is always same, whether it is centripetal, centrifugal or anything else. Okay. So F is equals to K into MA, BB and R to the power C. We don't know the power of that, how it is varying. Okay. So now force, then mass M is equals to, M denoted to what? Mass. V means velocity. V means velocity. Okay. V means what? Velocity. Okay. So V means velocity and M means mass. So as M is denoted to mass, let's write M1 to the power A. Okay. Then V. V means what? Velocity. And dimension formula of velocity? L1 T minus 1. Yes or no? Velocity is equals to meter per second. Okay. M0 L1 T minus 1. Okay. So B means velocity dimensional formula is L1 T minus 1 and write the power as it is B. Okay. Okay. Now radius is also a length, so we can write L1 to the power C. Okay. Okay. This will be completed. So as we know, force dimensional formula of force is always same. That is M1 L1 T minus 2. Okay. Just write it this side. M1 L1 T minus 2. Okay. And solve this as long as possible. Like it is M to the power A, L, this is L to the power B or L to the power C and multiply, so it will L to the power B plus C. Then T to the power minus C. Okay. Minus C. Sorry, it is minus B. Minus D. Okay. Then come to next. Okay. Now come to the next. That from here we got to know that M1, M varies with M. It means 1 is tends to A and 1 is also equals to B plus C. From this we got to know that 1 is equals to A and 1 is equals to B plus C, and here minus 2 is equals to minus B. Okay. What is this? That 1 is equals to C. M to the power the value and here M to the power the value. This have to equal. Okay. Then also the left side is equals to right side. So 1 is equals to A and next 1 is equals to B plus C. This or this. Okay. Next minus B is equals to minus 2. Okay. So from this we got to know that if minus 2 is equals to minus B, then B is equals to what? 2 and C is equals to, put the value of B in this equation. Then what? 1 is equals to B 2 plus C. Then C is equals to what? Minus 1. Okay. C is equals to minus 1. Then C is equals to -1. We found C is equals to -1, A is equals to 1 and B is equals to what? 2. Yes or no? Then as we know, V is directly, or centripetal force is directly proportional to, according to the question, okay, what? M to the power A, or sorry, is equals to, okay, M to the power A, V to the power B, and what? R to the power C. Okay, then F is equals to M to the power A, means A is what? 1. Put the value of A, B, C in that equation. Okay, then V is equals to what? V is equals to B, so V is equals to 2 and R is equals to -1. Then rearranging this, M V square by R. You got the formula? What she asked? What the question asked? You got to know the answer? That the centripetal force formula is mv square by r. In this, using this, you can also find any other relation. Okay? Okay? So the 3 application we covered today, and from this we got to know that dimensional analysis is very important for us. Dimensional analysis is what? Very important for us. Okay, and its application is very essential. Okay, that is for today, and next we'll discuss about any other chapter. This is for today. Okay, thank you.